One word that's been especially ringing around my mind in the last few months of my grief after losing Riley is grotesque. And things have been feeling pretty grotesque lately in terms of my grief and just my processing and thinking. And it's interesting because not in the way that you would probably think, like not regarding Riley's illness or maybe things they did or just moments of chaos or like disorientation and delusions and psychosis. Like, I think back on all those things and they are hard, but also I just see how vulnerable and scared Riley was. And those aren't like the grotesque moments. Neither is the drug use, really. But grotesque has been popping around, and I'm trying to figure out like why it feels so grotesque. And I think for me it's almost like things you wouldn't figure. Like it's not Riley's dead body and like seeing it like that at this point. That's just like a familiar friend in my mind. I've done all my thinking and picturing and visualizing that. But it's more like me making a little joke. Like when Riley's body was still there, before the cops even showed up, like I made people laugh. And on one hand, I that's like who I am. It's not surprising. I'm sure Riley would love that. But my mind wants to so thrash itself to account for how awful this is. Um, and I think that's one place where my mind goes, which is annoying. And it's maybe one of the reasons I've found it harder to speak about my grief and Riley. And I'm not as just vigorously sharing, which I think up until the memorial, like it was such a rush of motivation and energy to properly remember them and do all the things and to be able to open up a space to let other people grieve. And especially through all my art and sharing, like I know that I've provided a space for that. um, but I think this winter I've been like over cautious of like, okay, I need to super focus on my feelings and how I'm doing, which is good. But I also think it's probably also just been my brain thrashing itself and maybe not the most healthy, but it's all good. I'm making my way through this. But yeah, I'm ready to stop feeling so grotesque about this situation because it's not a fun feeling, although it is a fun word.